Have you ever stumbled upon a mystery that makes your spine tingle, perhaps like the eerie enigma of Roopkund Lake? Nestled in the Indian Himalayas, Roopkund, also known as Skeleton Lake, is a glacial lake located at a staggering altitude of over 16,000 feet. This remote, frozen water body first came into the limelight in 1942 when a British forest ranger made a chilling discovery. Scattered around and beneath the icy surface were hundreds of human bones and skulls. The initial hypothesis, these remains could be those of Japanese soldiers or Tibetan traders who might have succumbed to an epidemic or the harsh elements. But as the proverbial dust settled, it became clear that this icy graveyard was not as straightforward as it seemed. The real story of these skeletons was far older and more complex than anyone could have initially imagined. In the 1950s, scientists stepped in to unravel the mystery of Roopkund Lake. This remote, frozen lake high in the Indian Himalayas had captured the world's imagination with the intriguing sight of hundreds of human skeletons scattered around its icy depths. The Anthropological Survey of India took on the task of making the first scientific investigation into these skeletal remains. Their findings were nothing short of fascinating. The majority of the skeletons, they discovered, belonged to a group of people who met their untimely end around the 9th century CE. But it wasn't just the age of the skeletons that intrigued the researchers. The cause of death was equally mystifying. The skeletons showed signs of blunt force trauma to the head and shoulders, suggesting they had been hit by large objects falling from the sky. This led investigators to hypothesize that a sudden, severe hailstorm could have been the cause of death. Interestingly, this scientific explanation aligned with a local legend. According to the tale, a group of pilgrims, along with a king and his wife, had once angered the goddess Nanda Devi. In her wrath, she sent a hailstorm as hard as iron upon them, leading to their demise. The legend further suggested that the king and his wife may have been the rulers of the Kannauj kingdom in northern India. This correlation between scientific findings and folklore seemed to provide a satisfying answer to the mystery of Roopkund Lake. It appeared that the lake had finally revealed its secrets. The skeletons were the unfortunate victims of a violent hailstorm, possibly pilgrims and royalty from the 9th century, but as it often happens with mysteries, every answer only led to more questions. And as compelling as the theory was, it couldn't account for all the skeletons found at the lake. The mystery seemed to have been solved, but the lake had more secrets yet to reveal. Fast forward to 2019 and a new study threw everything we thought we knew about Roopkund Lake into question. An international team of scientists embarked on a journey to unravel the mysteries of the skeletons further. They examined 38 skeletons, analyzing their DNA, carbon dating, and isotopic signatures. This meticulous study was about to uncover some shocking revelations. They discovered that the skeletons belonged to 3 distinct genetic groups. The first group hailed from South Asia, which was the most significant and aligned with the 9th century date from the previous studies. The second group was smaller, originating from East Asia, and their timeline was traced back to the 17th or 18th century. However, the third group was what left the scientists utterly baffled. This group was from the Eastern Mediterranean, a region thousands of miles away from the Indian Himalayas. What's more, this group was dated to the 19th or 20th century, far later than the other 2 groups. The plot thickens when the scientists delved into the lifestyles of these groups. They found evidence suggesting that these individuals came from different social classes and regions. The data indicated a variety of diets, lifestyles, and occupations, painting a complex picture of diverse travelers who ended up meeting their fate at the same remote lake. This study was a game-changer, challenging previous theories and assumptions about the Roopkund Lake. It suggested that the lake may have been a site not just for pilgrimage, but also for trade or exploration. It also hinted at the possibility of multiple episodes of extreme weather events that might have led to the demise of these travelers. However, every answer seemed to lead to more questions. How did these diverse groups of people from different centuries end up at the same remote lake in the Himalayas? What were they doing there? How did they meet their tragic end? These new findings, while enlightening, only deepened the mystery of Roopkund Lake. Today, the riddle of Roopkund Lake continues to perplex scientists. With a vast array of skeletons from different centuries and varying origins, the question remains: What led these diverse groups to the same remote lake in the Himalayas? One possibility is that Roopkund Lake was a site of pilgrimage. The local lore, filled with tales of pilgrims and divine wrath, suggests that people might have journeyed to this location as part of religious observances or rites. But could this have attracted individuals from as far as the Eastern Mediterranean? The answer remains elusive. Another theory posits that the lake was a hub for trade. Given its location, it could have been a resting point for traders traveling between South and East Asia. Yet again, this doesn't completely explain the presence of the Eastern Mediterranean group. Exploration is another potential reason. The allure of the unknown might have drawn adventurers from distant lands to this high-altitude lake. The thrill of discovery, the pursuit of knowledge, or even a simple accident could have led them here. The cause of death, though, seems to be tied to extreme weather events. The injuries sustained by many of the skeletons suggest they were victims of hailstorms, avalanches, or landslides, which are not uncommon in such rugged terrains. While the enigma of Roopkund Lake remains, each new discovery brings us a step closer to understanding this fascinating piece of history. So, the mystery of Roopkund Lake, the skeleton lake, continues to captivate us. With its myriad of skeletons from different centuries and origins, it serves as a testament to the diverse and complex tapestry of human history. The lake's secrets, shrouded in time, challenge us to keep probing, keep exploring, and as research progresses, we eagerly anticipate new revelations about these lost lives. As we delve deeper into this enigma, who knows what secrets the skeleton lake might still be hiding? Until then, keep wondering, keep questioning. Thank you for joining us on this journey into history's mysteries.